I'm tactical red. This is tactical United. Do you see how when we need to get the points, how he bottles it with some shit formation? Do you see that? Like, that formation this afternoon was really shit. Like, that was some, like, what? McTominay, Fred, Matic, Greenwood, Martial, Bruno. It was like, where's the width? Like, yes, the game before, we played Chong on the left, on the right, Greenwood. Agallo up front, width, and then Daniel James on the left as well. That's width. That's proper width. That's how you break teams down, not just by like bombarding the midfield and having two strikers to do a job that three men need to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's mad. To be honest, it's mad. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does that all the time. He always tinkers with formations. He can't. Why change it? Like, if Martial's fit, why don't just play Chong or play Martial on the left, Igalo up front, Greenwood on the right, Fernandes, Fred, Matic. Why do you have to bring your boy McTominay back? Why does McTominay have to come back? Like, fair dues, like, yeah, he's been injured and he's not playing shit. But him being there, trying to fit him in is ruining our football. Like, if you're going to play three, Matic, Fred, McTominay, you can't do that. You just can't do that. As like, you got to recognise, yeah, you're at Everton, but how are you going to score? What, we scored with a banger from Bruno Fernandes. Did we create anything else? I mean, Agallo should have scored. Fernandes should have scored one more. But that was in the same moment. That's all we really had. I think we had a penalty that, I don't know, I think there was a penalty on the handball actually. I think there was definitely a penalty on the handball. Definitely, but like, Everton was in our half, the second half, for time. Like, for 45 minutes of that second half, Everton were in our half for 35 minutes. Like, they was dominating us. They were completely dominating second half, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing that the formation was the issue. Like, and when he made substitutions, he changed like for like. He didn't change the system, and he brought Williams on for Martial, which was like, what does he think Brandon Williams is? Does anybody think Brandon Williams is a top player? Does anyone think that? Does anyone actually think that? Brandon Williams isn't a top player. It's just mad. It's honestly mad. It's honestly mad that he did that. Like, we have a chance to go like level on points or 1 point behind Chelsea, whatever it was, and we bottled it. We bottled it again. Like, you can't keep bottling it and think that you're gonna do bits if you keep bottling it when you need to win games. It's mad. It's actually mad how it's happening right now. But, you know, Bruno Fernandes is gonna get stifled. Bruno Fernandes can't even save his job the way he's playing, because he's gonna be stifled with his options. Like, his options were Greenwood and Martial. Like, how can you be a creative player with two options on the pitch? You need, like, I don't know how he thinks that's how football can run. Like, to me, it's mad. To me, I'll be honest with you, I don't want Poch either, because I've seen Poch do the same bullshit. I've seen Poch do that. I've seen Poch do that a few times. Like that formation, that's Poch's formation. No width. Like, bottle in big games. When he needs to win, he does some fucked up shit. It's the same manager, but one is just a better coach than the other, but they still bottle it when it comes down to it, innit? When it comes down to it, they bottle it, both of them. I don't want Poch or Ole. I don't want none of them. I want a manager with fucking balls that can handle players, that can handle egos, that doesn't get sucked by like just be honest. Like, Greenwood, why did he take off Greenwood? Like, it pisses me off the way he treats Greenwood. It pisses me off. Like Greenwood is like, such a baller. The way he was playing today showed high level intelligence. I don't think he lost the ball once. Like the touch, the passing, the layoff, the movement, the runs. He was making hella runs today. But it's only him making runs, because if Greenwood and Martial out front, Martial pulls to the left because the Greenwood's already there. So it's like there's no one really there but Greenwood. Like, and how do we expect to score? This is, how can he not see that? He's a striker. He's actually a striker. He's a striker. Can he not see? That's not how you're gonna score. It's mad. To me, it's nuts. I don't think it's either. To me, it's either Ollie's not making the decisions like the other coaches are, because I personally don't think Ollie is making these decisions as a striker. I can't imagine he can't see that this is not going to work. Someone else is making that. I think Phelan, McKenna or Carrick, someone's making decisions, and or Ollie is just saying, they're coming to Ollie and say, I think we should do this, and he's saying okay, because he doesn't want to make decisions for himself, because if it goes wrong internally, he knows it's not him. So, you know, yeah, he authorized it, but in his own fucking crazy mind, he thinks it's not him making mistakes, but he's the manager, so ultimately he's allowed that person, one of the coaches, to choose the shit system. And now it didn't work. It only because of Bruno Fernandes, who is just a baller, but like, man can't do it by himself, innit? Like, he can't. He just can't. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is he can't do it by himself. Like, there's other players that can do it with him, but he can't do it with that formation. He can't. And, you know, Martial, I don't think he was fit. I think they was forcing Martial to play. He looked injured to me. He looked very injured. Like, he didn't look like he could get about on the pitch. I think he's been forced or like suggested, and he you know, he's gonna end up like Rashford, broken down, because he, like, Igalo's there. Why did you buy Igalo? You buy Igalo if Martial's injured. You trust on your signing. Like, it's mad. Honestly, I just know, like, our next game is Derby. Whatever, innit? I don't even, like, I'm not even gonna judge anyone on Derby. Like, it's Derby. I'm not judging anyone on the game. Like, I don't care if you had a banger. I don't care. It's Derby. If you don't have a banger, it shows you're not ready, because it's Derby. They're not even like fighting for promotion. Like, Wayne Rooney's there, just trying to act like, you know, they won their last game 4-0. Yeah, but that's only because they know that they want to play in the final. They want to cement their place, not for the final, but cement their place to play against us. So their last game 4-0 doesn't count, because it's just hella gas. Like, it's just fresh. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, 1-1. You move on. Obviously, I'm still Ollie out, innit? Like, obviously I'm Ollie out. But, you know, it's just, I was never Ollie in. And it's just a thing where, like, this type of coaching and mistakes is going to happen continuously. This is why I never get excited, because this shit will happen over and over again. Like, how many times, like you guys that love him and think that he's great, like you Man United fans, like the ones, you guys piss me off, and I've said it before, you love him, and I understand he's Solskjaer. I get it, he's Solskjaer. Like, he's trying his best. It's not his fault. He's a nice guy. He's from Norway. He still wants the best for the club. He loves Man United. I get it. But ultimately, he's shit in it. Like, he's shit. And that's it. Like, when someone's shit, they're shit. And he's not a manager. Like, he's not a manager. Like, he's just not. He's not a manager. He's not. And it's going to happen all the time. So, please understand, this doesn't matter what players we have, he will still fuck it up. Because he doesn't have balls to go all out. He doesn't. I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactic United. I'm going to end this on a positive note. Bruno Fernandes is hard. And no one can tell me he's not hard. Bruno Fernandes is hard. Like, we're talking about a guy who is hard. A guy who is like, The thing with, okay, I'll tell you what is with Fernandes, right? And people might not see this, but yeah, he tries balls and stuff, and they don't work all the time, yeah? Like with him, he doesn't work all the time. But he's gonna keep trying. And he's gonna get it right. Shots. Like, that's 3 goals. That's 3 goals, 3 assists. Bruv. Like, he just needs a few more players around him and a better manager who it's not even a better manager who just plays 4-3-3. You don't even need like anything. Just play 4-3-3. Fernandes, whoever with Fernandes, a holding midfielder. Martial. I mean, you know what? Martial better be careful. All I'm saying is, like, Greenwood just needs to score. He just needs to score, but when Oli starts him, he doesn't give him a good position to start, and honestly, it's just Greenwood and Fernandes. I'm very happy with. Like, I think Bay should play Lindelof. I'm like, I look at Lindelof, and I'm like, Bay and Lindelof. It's like, it's such a massive gap. The gap is huge. It's huge. You can't keep playing Lindelof. You can't keep playing Lindelof. Bay is so much better than him. So much that Lindelof nearly cost us the goals, was fouling, was just making us look weak, making us feel weak. Like, I was watching the game and he was on the post. He's our central defender and he's marking a post. He's not such, like, you put like the striker on the post or the smallest player on the post, but he's our defender and he's marking a post, not a player, because they don't trust him to mark a player. That, for me, I'm like, he's not good if that's what they're doing. Anyway, I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United. Let's cut out, man. Let's bounce. Guys, have a good day or evening.